Hey everyone! Welcome back to Turkish Stars Explained. If you like fast, verified updates without the drama, hit subscribe, because today we've got a real distribution domino update for Sandokan, the Pirate Prince, and what it means for Can Yaman's global momentum. This isn't a ratings video. This isn't a top 10 screenshot video. This is the kind of industry update that quietly tells you whether a series is actually expanding worldwide. Here's the headline. Fremantle has announced a raft of scripted sales across Asia, and Sandokan is leading the deals. The series has been picked up by Rewind Network's Hits Now for pan-regional Asia, plus Hulu in Japan, and LGU Plus in South Korea. Now let's break down what that actually means, without overhyping it. 1. What picked up really means and what it doesn't. When you hear picked up or sold, it's basically a licensing move. A platform or broadcaster in a territory has acquired the rights to air or stream the show. That sounds simple, but it's a big step because it turns the show from local hit into export product. But here's what it does not automatically mean. It doesn't mean the show will instantly trend. It doesn't mean Netflix-level exposure in every country. It doesn't mean marketing will be huge everywhere. What it does mean is, the show is now officially in motion inside multiple Asian markets. And those markets matter because they're not all the same type of audience. You're talking about different viewing cultures, different discovery systems, different language expectations, and different competition levels. 2. Why these three buyers are a strong signal. Let's talk about why this mix is interesting. Hits Now, pan-regional Asia, is a broad footprint play. Pan-regional essentially tells you the deal is meant to cover multiple territories through a single distribution channel. This matters because it accelerates reach without needing separate country-by-country announcements every time. Hulu Japan is a high-signal acquisition, because Japan is a market that doesn't automatically adopt every European series. When a title lands there, it's often because the distributor believes it can convert beyond a small niche. LGU Plus in South Korea is also a big indicator. Korea is one of the most competitive entertainment markets on the planet. Viewers have high standards, platforms have strong catalogs, and local content is dominant. So even being present there is not nothing. It shows Fremantle is building real regional coverage, not just one country and hope. The real point, this is not a single random pickup. It's a trio that covers a pan-regional channel footprint plus 2 heavyweight national markets. 3. What this says about Sandokan as a traveling series. There are some shows that are huge at home but don't travel. They're tied to local humor, local references, or local viewing habits. Sandokan is designed to travel because it's built on a classic adventure identity, an international cast, a clear event series package, and a story setup that's easy to understand in any market. Pirates, colonial power, rebellion, romance, pursuit. That's why distributors like Fremantle can pitch it outside Italy with confidence. It's not dependent on one culture to work. It's built around genre, and genre travels. And here's the other quiet advantage. An action-adventure property doesn't require viewers to already be fans of Turkish dramas or Italian TV. It can hook someone purely as an adventure binge. 4. Why Asia expansion matters for Can Yaman's global narrative. People underestimate how global careers are built. It's not only about talent or viral clips. It's about repeated distribution wins. When a series expands into multiple markets, it changes the conversation around the lead actor. From popular in one region to headline name attached to exportable IP. That matters because platforms care about recognizable faces that travel. International press cares about cross-market stories. And casting decisions get influenced by whether your projects can move across borders. So even if you never watch it on Hulu Japan or LGU Plus, the existence of those deals is still a meaningful signal in Can Yaman's global positioning. 5. The biggest misconception. If it's sold, it must be huge. Let's keep it real. Distribution deals are not the finish line. They're the start line. A show can be sold widely and still perform modestly. A show can be quietly sold and then explode later because a platform pushes it. The truth is, sales confirm access, not dominance. So the right mindset is, this confirms expansion. Now we watch performance signals. 6. The 6 rollout signals to watch next. If you want to know whether this Asia move becomes real momentum, watch these signals. Signal number 1. Actual launch dates per platform. Deals get announced before launch windows are public. The real test begins when each platform sets a visible date and starts promoting the title. Signal number 2. Language options, subtitles and dubbing. In Asia, language accessibility is everything. The availability of clean subtitles and/or dubbing can decide whether this becomes a niche title or a broader hit. Signal number 3. Placement inside the platform. Is it buried or is it surfaced? Watch for homepage rows, featured categories, new arrivals, and editorial picks. Platform placement is a louder signal than any fan tweet. Signal number 4. Local press pickup. When local entertainment outlets cover it as a release, that's mainstream oxygen. If it stays only in fandom spaces, it may remain a niche run. Signal number 5. Non-fan reactions. The most valuable comments are not, "I love John Yaman." It's, "I clicked this randomly and it surprised me." That's the crossover spark. Signal number 6. Follow-up deals. One cluster of Asia deals often leads to another cluster. If we start seeing more announcements in other regions soon after, it means the distributor is successfully stacking the dominoes. 7. What this means for the bigger rollout picture. Put this in context. We already know Sandokan started with strong attention in Italy. We've seen ongoing global curiosity. Now we're seeing the distribution network widen across Asia through a pan-regional channel plus Japan and South Korea. That's the pattern you want if you're tracking global momentum. Step 1. Home market event attention. Step 2. International discoverability. Step 3. Territory expansion through credible buyers. Step 4. A major global streamer or multi-region push turns it mainstream. Asia deals are step 3. They don't guarantee step 4, but they make step 4 more realistic. Because every new territory adds more data for platforms and distributors, more social chatter in different languages, more proof that the content can travel, and more confidence for bigger players to consider it. 8. The calm conclusion, no hype, just signals. So here's my take in one line. Sandokan expanding across Asia is a real, measurable global rollout signal, not because it proves dominance, but because it proves distribution momentum. Now the only question is, will the platforms treat it like an event, or like a quiet catalog drop? That will be decided by placement, accessibility, and early viewer behavior, not by headlines. Closing. Alright, your turn. In the comments, tell me what you think is next. Will Sandokan's next big domino be the US, Latin America, or another region? And if you want me to track the rollout the right way, launch dates, placement, and real-world signals, make sure you're subscribed. Cover the data, not the drama. See you in the next one.